How many? Yeah. Come in. Come in. Did I interrupt something?
Yeah, I was writing jokes.
What are you doing? What are you up to? I'm sorry. Well, I didn't know you were working. I didn't know you were working. I'm sorry. What were you writing?
Jokes.
Not bad.
Clarence, writing jokes, you know.
Every comedian needs material. Every comedian needs
maybe you
materials.
could write some material sometimes.
New
Clarence.
materials,
maybe you should
bro.
write something.
Open mic.
You know,
boom.
maybe you should write something,
bro.
Clarence.
Pound it. Just pound it up.
Jokes. It just fine.
You want to run a joke by me?
Fine.
Yeah, I was writing too. Got some jokes right here, new ones, boom. Not too shabby.
I wrote this one about
They're probably not as good as yours, but
and you know how you're on a plane and you're sitting next to a woman.
I got some jokes too.
She's reading Cosmo. Right.
Let's have them.
Thank you.
What you
Thank you
got?
for letting me continue the story you asked me to tell. Thank you for allowing me to continue telling you the story that you wanted me to tell. That's really gracious of you. Right? That's nice of you. Maybe I will. You know how you're on an airplane? Hello? You know how you're on an airplane? And the cover of Cosmo, you're sitting next to this woman and she's reading Cosmo.
Okay.
Right? And the Cosmo says 75 mind-blowing ways to give a blowjob. And the joke is like, well,
right.
I only know 2. Could you want to talk about the other 73?
It's a little rapey.
No, it's not. It's about society.
Nothing funny about
and what
that
we
shit,
allow
bro.
in magazines now. It has nothing to do with that.
I just
what I'm actually
mean, like,
saying is that we've
man,
gone
like,
too far. Okay, it's a statement.
But you're asking a complete stranger for a beach? Is that what you're doing?
Great.
Yeah.
I wrote this other joke about. The other day I was in Safeway. I was in the grocery store, and this woman recognized me, and I was all touched by it. Right? I was all happy and proud because she was all like, "Hey, I recognize you," and I was like, "Yeah, thanks. You know, you've seen some of my work," and she was like, "Yeah, you know, I've seen you on TV," and that even made me feel even better, right? So I was kind of like, "Yeah, well, thanks. You know, that's really cool."
Right?
She says, "Aren't you Chaz Bono? Aren't you Chaz Bono?"
Okay, bro. I mean,
The fat daughter turned man. The fat daughter of Cher. The fat daughter of Cher turned man.
really?
She thought I was him.
I think you're a little bit funnier than that. I think you're a bit better than... No. I wrote some materials. I've got materials. Want to know how immature I am? Every time I drive by that town in Saskatchewan, Indian Head, you know, when I drive through that Saskatchewan, and every time I pass through that Indian Head town, whenever I pass through that town, Indian Head, I'm all like, "Yes, please." Yeah, because that's the name of the town. That's the actual name. That's the actual name. That's the actual name of the town, Indian Head. Yes, please.
Look.
Got another one. I cheated on my first fast. I was 13 years old and I was sent out in the bush for that coming of age ceremony to become a man, the rites of passage ceremony. And at 13 years old I cheated. With me, I brought some Reese's peanut butter cups, a Gatorade, and my uncle's Playboy magazine collections. I was 13 years old and I was sent out in the bush to find myself. And instead I was out there in the bush finding myself. Boom!
Well, I've got this other one about Febreze. I saw a Febreze commercial the other day, and this place was a pigsty. It looked like a professional football team just had a gangbang. It looked like a professional football team just had an orgy.
I get it. No. What else you got there, bro? Where are you going? Where are you going? These are just a few jokes. I don't know why you're mad. I got jokes for days, bro. I got some round dance pickup lines. Bro, you want to pick up with the round dance? Go over to the table where they have the 50-50 draw. Where they're drawing for that big star quilt. Grab the star quilt. Go over to the girl that you're trying to pick up and be all like, hey, we should climb inside this star quilt before they raffle it off. See how warm it is.